Okay, you guys, listen to this video, this clip. I tried to do, this is my third attempt. They keep throwing commercials on here. And then tell me how easy it would be to single somebody out and torture them without touching them. Because we all know that any technology is used for evil stuff, right? They don't ever create or make anything for our benefit. It might be for their benefit, but it's not for our benefit. So say one of them says, oh, we found a way to make more money off of these little people in our big open air prison. We can make money off them dying or stealing all of their money. And then we can employ people to harass them and break into their houses and steal stuff and try and make them appear crazy. And then when those people screw up, we got life insurance on them. If they screw up their job of harassing an innocent person, we're going to take them out, make money off of them too, right? So listen to this and then tell me how crazy it really sounds, like for real. Think about how probable it is after you hear this. Here we go.
You know that we have 6G now.
6G? 6G's actually been out for a while. Really? Yeah. They can measure EEG waves, like phones can measure EEG waves. And that basically can borderline read your thoughts. And there's a reason why you can get an ad for something and you were thinking about it. 5G couldn't penetrate deep enough into the cell. And that's why, so what would happen is when all these towers would put up, you'd see kids that were, they would get burns underneath their skin. It's because the graphene cooks them from the inside out.
Jeez.
And this is what I've been explaining to people is your body's a liquid crystal. And a crystal is basically an antenna. So you have hundreds of thousands of millions of crystals in your body, and that's how your body communicates with itself. So how do they shut these things down? Heavy metals. You eat things that are improper, disrupts the communication between the body. You get into a state of consumption. Your autonomic functions shut down. It's so simple, but they overcomplicate it, and then you're talking to some doctor, you have a disease, and there's a bunch of doctors in the room, they're saying stuff that's going over your head. Next thing you know, you're signing a document to get surgery. It's all money.
6G, huh?
Okay, that clip was shared on this channel, so I'll just leave it here when I keep talking. Not everything he was saying is true, because you don't have to get any type of injected medicine, because they're putting this stuff in our bodies through everything: food, water, clothing, the air we breathe, the stuff in the sky, the products we use to clean ourselves, clean our clothes, our vehicles, our phones, everything. It is everywhere. It's unavoidable. Unavoidable. So what's the difference in how many people on Earth? 8 billion, 8 whatever, I'd have to look. Anyways, so you're asked well, how is it possible to just target one person? Because each of us have our own special frequency. Where he said our bodies are like crystals, that's essentially what it means, or what it does mean. Not essentially, but we each have our own unique frequency signal. Like the earth, everybody's heard of the Schumann frequency by now, right? So each person has their unique one. There's no two people on the planet have the same frequencies emitting from their body. So we each have our own. It's more precise than a fingerprint. It's more precise than snowflakes. Because there's not one snowflake that fell out of the sky that is exactly the same. as another one. They've never found two identical snowflakes that they didn't make. That's also how we know we have a God and a creator, right? And Jesus. So with an individual frequency, all they have to do is activate all the stuff in our bodies and tune into that frequency and shoot pulses of directed energy weapons, which come in all different varieties: radio frequencies, UV, microwave frequencies, and all the different frequencies are sounds, colors, and length of the frequency wave, or the sound wave, or the light wave. So all the different weapons are made from different combinations of waves of length, waves of light. So like there's some laser beam ones, which everybody has seen those. I mean, Lockheed Martin and DARPA they just have them on their websites now. We built these laser directed energy weapons to shoot drones out of the sky for war. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's one way you could be using them, but that's not how they're using them. Anyways, my point is, and they do combinations of them too. They'll use 2 or 3 different types of directed energy weapons together. Like the voice of God weapon. That's where you hear sounds that are not, I don't want to say not real, because it is real sound. It's just not organic. So they can project sounds anywhere, anytime, to anybody. And that also can be directed at your individual frequency. So you could be in a crowd and one person hears one thing and everybody else hears something else. It's because it's directed to your personal frequency. So is this targeted individual torture stuff really that far-fetched? No, not at all. Not at all. And all this information is coming out. And the schizophrenia thing, that card's played out. So that's a no-go anymore. There's too much information. Too much information. Too many people are calling BS. Too many people are giving their testimonies. I mean, I'm getting hit right now as I sit here and record this. I can't tell you what happened to me last night, because they would take this video down in a heartbeat. Less than a heartbeat. Think about it. Open your minds. Open your mind. Wake up. That's why I keep saying you could be next at any hot minute. You piss somebody off, you piss the wrong person off, or you do nothing and somebody just pulls your name out of a hat. You're next. Why? Money. It's always money with these people. Always. This is why it's worldwide. And this is why everybody's like, well, who are they? If you can't figure out who they are, you need to keep researching, pray for wisdom and discernment, keep educating yourself, keep looking, keep finding the information, because it is not hard to figure it out. It's not hard to figure it out at all. If you're paying attention to what else is going on in the world and connect all the dots together, they are a very small group. It's not hard to lead everything right back to them. I get a lot of comments. Oh, this can't be happening. Who are they? You don't know who they are. Yeah, I do know who they are. These little peon dog yes men running around doing all this harassing and talking are not them. They're just pawns in the game. They're disposable pawns. Do you hear the honk? Perfect timing, right? They're disposable pawns. They mess up one time and they get taken out one time. Why do you think they run so frantic? Why do you think they give you that goofy gang stalker smile, or they can't make eye contact? Because they know if they mess up, if they go off script, they're out. And I don't mean they get sidelined or benched for next season or even suspended a couple games. They get taken out. That's how they recoup their money from paying them. Life insurance on the dogs on the ground chasing you around. They're probably more controlled, more tortured, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually than the targeted individuals are. And they're more terrified. They are more terrified than we are. Trust me on that one. Because if they want out, they can't get out. They are too afraid. They're cowards to start with, so there's no way they're going to pick an option to do something good with their lives and get out and quit hurting people and quit getting people killed, because they know it's going to happen to them, and they are so weak-minded, they know they're not going to last a week. And they're weak-minded, which is why they chose to do the stalking and all the house break-in and stealing stuff and replacing stuff. And I've got like 10 more stories I need to put on here about stuff I found in my house replaced or missing or blah, blah, blah. I'm just not giving them the time of day. But I'm trying to get this in one video to explain why, how easy it is, who they are, and why I keep saying do not fear these gang stalkers. They are more afraid than you are. They are terrified. And they're cowards, which is why they won't leave, because they know this is going to happen to them if they do. And if they do, they know they will not make it. They know they would take themselves out of the game faster than anything, because they know they're weak-minded. You know people, you know they know they're not good people. People know it. The Bible says the wicked man cannot sleep until he causes another to stumble. That's why they're running around doing all this evil. They are tormented until they go torment somebody else so they can get that addiction rush, that dopamine dump, so they can sleep at night. Otherwise, they would off themselves for what they're doing, because they know it's wrong. They chose to do it. They got recruited. They got in it, and now they're stuck. Don't ever fear them. Ever. The battle's not with them. It's with their bosses, and then that's where the spiritual realm comes in. It's not just demons running around. No, these are actual people. They're actual weapons. They're actual cars. They're actual dogs. They're actual, colors. They have this all planned. They've been doing this for centuries. That's where the spiritual part comes back in. Rewatch this clip. Rewatch this clip. And watch it again. And if it's still not making sense, watch it again. I don't know what else to say to convince people this is absolutely real. It can absolutely happen to you tonight. You can wake up and your world will be rocked, and there's nothing you can do about it. And this is what they're going to use for compliance once they get the digital ID and the world currency going. If you get out of line with their rules, you're going to be put on this program for punishment. Social credit scores are already going. Okay, 15 minutes is long enough. This is KG. Talk to y'all later. Bye.